Now, I personally prefer to just set up a polyplane and just start painting because I'm comfortable with ZBrush. If you want, though, underneath your Z plugin, or if you just want the functionality of this plugin right here, there's a QuickSketch plugin. So if you click that, it's going to say, okay, QuickSketch setup completed. You can just tap. So it goes ahead and grabs a pen shadow brush for you, loads in an alpha and a texture, assigns a flat material, gives us a dark gray color, and then we can start just drawing. So you can see, okay, pen shadow's kind of neat. But speaking of the pen shadow brush, you can hit BP. We can go into paint. And this just looks like an RGB brush here. Hit BP again. There's pen A. A little bit of a different feel. These are kind of calligraphic. Pen shadow we've already talked about. And if you hit the comma key here and we go into brushes, there's even more pen brushes you can check out here. Pen fur, pen B, shadow slice, sliver, pen wet solid, pen wet dot. So feel free to check any of these ones out. So you can see as we drag this one out, it kind of has like a little expanding wet pin kind of feel. So remember, anything you can do in ZBrush with alphas, RGB, masks, mirror and weld, moving geometry around, you have all of that functionality available to you in ZBrush, so that really opens up the possibilities outside of something you would just do in a 2D program where you paint on a 2D plane. ZBrush opens up a whole bunch of different possibilities and stuff I haven't even thought of, I'm sure. So feel free to kind of, once you get more acclimated in ZBrush, to come back to this aspect of ZBrush and see if there's any other cool stuff you can do. Now we're in QuickSketch mode. It hasn't taken over ZBrush. All it did is if we back out of this plane here, it went ahead and framed our entire canvas with a plane here. So we hit frame again, it'll go ahead and frame this up. And it looks like, there we go. So we can open up that left divider, frame it, and then open that divider again, and that kind of gets us back where we are. Or you can just zoom in. You can use your right-click navigation, or you can use your safe action if you're using classic ZBrush, and then just frame that again. And by default, X symmetry is turned on. Of course, you have X, Y, and Z symmetry. Although on a flat plane, X and Y is all you're going to need. But anyway, like I mentioned, I don't use QuickSketch that much, but I wanted to show you that functionality.